Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Ship Yahushai. That's all praises to Yahweh by Shim Yahushai by Shim Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Tazaba of the Great Millstone, Arizona Camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And I'm gonna call this lesson as unknown and yet well known. Right now, these images I got off of Google. But peep it, I put Apostles of Great Millstone. And though it wasn't necessarily the first image, you didn't have to scroll a lot to find the image, right? Of the apostles, right? And this is something I was talking to bros about. And, we're a relatively, small camp, relatively young camp compared to, bros that are out there that have been pushing this word for a very long time. But ultimately, I was telling bros, like, there's a lot of bros that actually know who bros are in this camp. And just like for the elders and apostles, man. Right? Bros know who do the work. But a lot of times it goes over our heads. We might think that, eyes ain't on us, but there's eyes on all the bros. And it really goes to show you that when the scriptures tell you that the prophets spake often one to another, I said it to bros, and it surprised the hell out of me that bros actually knew who I was. They have been watching my channel, and that's mind boggling to me because I don't think I'm anybody special. I'm just a brother trying to do what the Lord said. That's how I think. And bros, I was explaining to them, like, it's the same thing for y'all. It's really true. When the elders and apostles see, when some random dude pops up, says he was in the One West school, says, or if he wasn't in the One West school, now he's trying to put up himself in position to act like he has something to say and to correct other men that have been laboring his truth for. What is the go-on statement? Who are you? Where you been? Where this guy been at? Because really, you supposed to know who's preaching this word, right? It's supposed to be evident who's doing the work of the Lord. I know I'm spelling it wrong. This is Matthew. Okay, this is Salakia. Very tired. Matthew 5:15. It says, I started at 13. It says, "Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt had lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?" Right? It is henceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot. If the salt doesn't have its saltiness, its flavor, if you don't have that savor, right? What good are you for? Right? Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on the hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and they give it light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And we've gotten that example from our elders and apostles, man. They always stayed in the forefront. They always stayed within the labor. They continually push, so much so that men have come into this thing, myself included. I learned how to be a fully functional man By watching the elders and apostles over the years, man, getting a breakdown of the scriptures, the lessons that other brothers have done over the years as character building. I learned all that being in the truth, man. I didn't grow up with no father. I grew up with a mom that was extremely emotional, was very terrible with her money, and you know, I was never a fucking family man like that. That was never in my mind. Oh, I got to get around the family. That was never me. Right? But I knew I knew this world wasn't enough. And then when I found the apostles and elders, I finally found out how to be a man. That was through the scriptures. That was through men that preach the word. So if you're a real teacher, we should be able to see you. There should be a righteous example being had. But what I wanted to say on that is, though we be as unknown, yet we're well known. This is 2 Corinthians 6:3. It says, give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High. And in all things, that's what the elders and apostles have done. They proved themselves as the ministers of the Most High. The constant breakdowns, the constant exhortation, right? The constant doing the work of the Lord, going out in the highways and byways. These men started as young men and they're old men and they're still preaching the right things, man. They're proving themselves to be the ministers of the Most High in patience, in afflictions and necessities and distresses, in stripes and imprisonments, and apostles have been imprisoned. They got in fights and scuffles, right? You know damn well they've gone through afflictions and necessities and distress, and tumults and labors, and watching and fastings, and pureness by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness. And I've met the elder apostle Rakar in a Ramlot, man. When I say that apostle, the elder apostle Rakar, elder apostle Ramlot, bro, those are some kind, loving men, bro. Very kind, loving man. They just really want to give bros all that they got so they can be better. I experienced that, man. That bro, that was an honor. It was humbling, and it put in my mind how I need to move better. By kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonoring, by evil report and good report, by as deceivers and yet true, as unknown and yet well known. And that's what it is. Bros, we might go through our daily lives and the average person don't know us, but anybody that's looking for the truth, they're going to come across Great Millstone. Whether or not they sit here and subscribe to the teachings, the correct teachings or not, you don't know a man of Great Millstone, because they're always constantly abiding in the work, in the labor. So as though we're unknown, yet within this realm of understanding, bro, we are well known, man. If you ain't been doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you want to pop up and act like you somebody, right? The question's going to be said, who are you? Where have you been? Where have you been? Right, the scriptures talk about their teachers. This is Isaiah 30:20. It says, and though Yahweh will give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into the corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. It's evident that these are teachers. These elders and apostles, man, they're teachers, man. I've learned many things over the years from all of them. Right? Our teachers aren't removed in a corner, man. The prophets spake often one to another. And when we do these lessons, this is Malachi 3 and 6, 3 and 11. It says, "And I will rebuke and devour for your sakes, and ye shall not destroy the fruit of the ground, neither shall the vine." Wait, is that what I want? Hold up. 16, Salakia. It says, "Then they that fear Yahweh spake often one to another." And how are we speaking to one another? It says, when you speak, speak as the oracles of the Most High. So we're constantly going to these scriptures, breaking these things down, starting with our teachers. And that is a flowing of the Spirit. That is an exchange of spirit and understanding that's going on. So this reigns true even today, man. Then they that fear Yahweh spake often one to another, and Yahweh hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahweh and that thought upon his name. You see? And by us doing these things, that book of remembrance is being done. We're being added to that understanding. We're being added to that book of remembrance by us constantly doing these things. And they shall be mine, said Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. And that's what we're working for. Right? But ultimately, when you look at this, man, you know damn well that your eyes are seeing your teachers, man. There's not going to be no dude that miraculously pops up that all Israel ain't familiar with their face, man. You know what it is. Bros know, even with you bros that don't have these super popular channels, man. Hey, the Lord got a certain amount of people that know your face, that know your voice, man. You just know bro's voice in the video. I know who that is. You might not even watch him like that, but you're like, yo, I know who that is. I've heard him before. That's how cold this is, man. And we don't know the full extent of all these. Jake just watch us preach the word and don't say nothing. Don't try to contribute or nothing like that. We don't know the full extent. I mean, remember, Esau does shadow banning. You don't, the views that you get on your channel, man, they might be well more. But you are known if you're doing this work, man. This is Zephaniah 3 and 19. And behold, at that time will I undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And that's what we're about to see. The Lord is about to give us that praise and fame. And everywhere we were put to shame, it's going to happen. But know that what bros do, you're known as unknown, but yet you're well known, man. In the world, we're like nobodies, but really in this knowledge, man, you bros are known, man. That's what you got to understand, man. Your record is in heaven as well. You know, so, you know, that's just something that was on my mind. I wanted to put that on wax. Lord willing, it was edifying. I'm going to say, call all you out by Shemer Shai, by Shemer Kakadash Shalom.